Since you are even panicked.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
why do you panic?
The way you, Papa, you know Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it pretty
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Monday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Let me say thank you to all of you who spend time to engage with us on social media, to share our content and to distribute it to the rest of the wonderful world. We don't take you for granted at all. To our truck driver friends, our taxi driver friends, and to all the other great guys over the weekend. I met some great people. Auntie Kate, good morning to you. Kate Lai, good morning to you. And all the great guys I met over the weekend. I appreciate the love and support. But let me say thank you this morning to Sonar Fashions in Tamale. Sonar Fashions in Tamale, 0246 590 162. That's 0246 590 162. Get something special for you and yours. This is a one-piece agbada, and it feels so cool on your skin. It's so comfortable. It's so nice, so trendy. You should get it, especially on a day like this when we will be launching the 3FM Afro Connect, where at the center of it all we have the Jollof Wars. And last year Ghana won the Jollof War against Nigeria, against Sierra Leone, against Liberia, against Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire, and many other African countries. This year is going to happen again, but the big launch is happening this morning, and you expect the creme de la creme from the various embassies and high commissions. 10 of them will be here, and we will have that special one. It's going to happen at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. You cannot miss it. 9 a.m. sharp on the 22nd of September. So please mark it. Monday, the 22nd of September 2025. We have a date. It's called the 3FM Afro Connect 2025. And we're celebrating everything African and amazing in one spot. And if you haven't been there before, you have to be there. There are vendors, the playground for children. There's a live band session. Many other things. Jollof War on the side. Everything. Dancing competition. It's a whole family fun day out, African family fun day out, and it's just African stuff that we're doing out there. We are grateful to EcoBank and then also to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park for making sure that this is going to happen. And as I mentioned earlier, the launch is happening this morning. So please connect with us. And let me repeat Sonar's number, 0246 590 162. That's 0246 590 162. Sonar Fashions is in Tamale, but they deliver across the world, and you can always get something from them. Now, over the weekend, two things happened that I thought were backward. Forgive my French, taflache. Backward. The first one was when the NDC's national chairman and his entourage, General Aseidu Nketia, went to the, in fact, before I say that, let me say congratulations also to my producer, 62's Don Ulo. He sat and passed the bar exam, and very soon, some say Esquarista, but it's not Esquarista, it's Esquire. 62's Don Ulo, and many others, Eric J, and all the guys who wrote. My late friend Ernest Kumi would have been part of this pack, and calls are coming in that the General Legal Counsel should perhaps consider giving him a posthumous call to the bar, because he spent 10 years of his life working towards it, and some of us who were close in the new, may he continue to rest in peace. But the sad thing was that at his 1 week observation, something very unpalatable and very indecent and very regrettable and very shameful happened. That the entourage of the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, led by General Aseidu Nketia, or General Mosquito as he's called, were literally blocked from entering the venue. According to General Aseidu Nketia, he thought that initially it was traffic only for them to step out of their vehicles and walk to the funeral grounds, and then they were literally being mobbed. If you had seen the videos on social media, I don't want to glorify those videos, but if you had seen the videos on social media, you see one lady charging at him, wanting to beat him up. Some say, well, maybe she does it to her husband at home, so she's bringing it out now because her husband may be resisting at this point. But what mother of Bishi would let anybody behave like that? Even the founders of the party would not do what you're doing. And sometimes I think that we allow partisanship and unnecessary emotions to drive us to the point of insanity. Because what happened that time was a point of insanity. Not to remind anybody of their pain. August has shown us Shege, and now we are in September. Welcome to the new month of September, my birth month. Friday is my birthday. So this week, I no go grieve for anybody. Friday is my birthday, the 5th. So this week, I no go grieve for anybody. What happened was crass. A young crassism, crass. To the point where, look, when the 8 people died, and not to remind anybody of their pain, the leadership of the New Patriotic Party called on the leadership of the NDC to commiserate with them, as is done in our tradition and our custom. Who chased anybody away? Ernest is my friend. So why would you chase anybody away from a point where they are coming to mourn? Even the good book, the Bible, if you claim you're a Christian, says mourn with those who mourn. So what was all that incrassism about? A young crassism, a young newsem, when I and yet a young crassism. And I expect that the leadership of the party will reprimand them and call them to order. That a young crassism, it should never happen again. Another thing that should never happen again, and I know that my tribesmen, the Gans, will not be happy with me. I don't care. I don't care. We're celebrating Homowo. Homowo is supposed to be a festival where you're jubilating, hooting at hunger. If you know the history of Homowo. And then it becomes a gunfire exchange. You are fighting about Obaken, wanting to get it. Then people are teasing you, say, Obaken, alo Obana, alo Bobana. They're teasing you. You become a butt of jokes. Dan e ka fishes ana nya hwe nya shi dan. Dan na ka shiga me yafi. Dan e ka fishes ana na ko se cheme ko mani futu wodan. Dan na ka ga me yafi. Dan e ka fishes ana na ka hingbeji ani bi so na ba fe. Dan e ka fishe sani wo fo mama ne wo mu je wo fo he agbona. Ma ba wo ha wo musunye wo hin. Ashwani, a sprinkling people. A simple conversation about boundary has led to the loss of lives. It happened in Teshi, it happened in Swotom, Omanjo. What kind of insanity is that? And like just last week, I was talking about the proliferation of small arms. And if you go behind, you find that there are some chiefs and some elders who are behind it. In this day and age, Gamanche, Ni Takiteku Churu II, Abiasuma, he's asking everybody to come together. You may have your issues with him, I don't care. But he's asking people to come together. He's trying to give the Gun State a certain positive public image. Some people may not like it because once we come together, it will not inure to their benefit. That's another argument to have. She is anida fear, yes, she neke. Bonke bi obo, bo tete nke yobo. Sanida fear showing yashineke. Akebu eda no ba chi atwan. Akebu eda no ba fitele. Akebu eda ne ka bo no ba gbe. Akebu eda ne ka ti akpiti na ba hwan keke bo ka ke wo kan me ko. Musuefo jibo. Muswefo jibo. Ma bok blagan se. ake ganse gbejigbe no haniga ye hin twa no manya blau. Now 6, take me to the Greater Accra Regional Minister's office. Last week she spoke to the MMDCs. I want to re-echo something that she said last week. She made it clear to them what the people of Accra, whether you are an indigene, you are a visitor, you are a resident, you are a passing through person or whatever it is, he said there are things that the people who reside in Accra are looking for. And those are the things they must get. Please play the video for me.
Conclusion. Let me remind all chief executives here. Your performance
Sunrise
will be based on 3
the
clear
best
areas.
in the morning.
Sanitation, street lights, and enforcement of bylaws. This will be documented in my report to the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, and forwarded to the Presidency. To the general public, I call on all residents to report 40 street lights for quick action. Take responsibility for sanitation and avoid indiscriminate dumping. Stop mounting unauthorized billboards and assist security agencies in protecting the public infrastructure. I also wish to sound a caution to persons who steal metal and covers and sell them to scrap dealers. Please, you are warned to desist from this act. Anyone caught will be severely punished and dealt with
Sunrise
by the
on
law.
3FM.
The people of this region are tired of words. They want results, and they want them now. Thank you for your attention.
We want results. And speaking of results, I went through town. Somebody whispered to me that perhaps, because you see the lights, street lights fixed, and then in a matter of a week or two, the lights go off. You look up there and you see the bulbs are there. Somebody whispered to me that perhaps the assemblies do not want to bear the cost of the electricity bill. I don't know how true that is, but somebody said that. And this is, I'm just sharing the public perception out there with you, MMDC. That because you have to foot the bill for the street lights and traffic lights, you deliberately ask the people to put them off. That is the school of thought out there. But then I wrapped my mind around it and I said, but when we are supposed to be paying, when we pay for our electricity bills, we pay 1% for street lighting. So why can't we have a bright city? Those of you who travel, and in fact all of you perhaps have traveled before as MMDCs, or even before you got in here, do you see roads out there that do not have lights, that do not have road markings, that do not have reflectors, that where the street lights do not work on a normal day? So when it comes to ours, our capital city, the welcome to our country, why is everywhere dark? And it's dangerous. I know a lot of grown-ups who don't drive again. People about 50, 60, 70, they don't drive anymore. You know why? They say they cannot endanger their lives. And sometimes when they're driving, you find people honking at them and, trying to intimidate them off the road because they are taking their time to monitor and make sure that they don't get on the wrong side of any lane or whatever. It is not their fault. The state has been irresponsible in trying to be safety compliant for their own people. I repeat, I say the state of Ghana has been irresponsible. If the street lights are not working, it is not my job. It is the job of the state. And the state has designated and mandated some people to do that work. If the street markings or road markings are fit, it is the irresponsibility of the state. Because the state is supposed to make sure that those things are there. If the street lights, the traffic lights are not working, it shows how incompetent and irresponsible our country is. These are basic things. These are basic things that the DVLA will be asking for everybody to abide by. These are the very basic things that the MTTD, police MTTD, will insist that you go by. So why can't we get it done? Why can't we get these things done? And we will come and report statistics that, 5,700 and so people died through road crash, and that's it. Of course, there's some drivers who are responsible, but check those roads where those accidents happen. We can't even light up roads. Common roads, we can't light the roads up. And I've showed you, and it didn't start from this government, I must emphasize. I started complaining about this many years ago. It's not so long ago, I showed you poles that had been procured and left the mercy of the weather. Why do we do this to ourselves? The regional minister is clear. And I hope that the regional minister will stick to her words. Any MMDC who is not delivering, sack the person from office. It is not a family entitlement. Sack the person from office. I 6-5 me the DVLA directive, and I want to say big shout outs to the DVLA boss, Mr. Nikwe, and Bus Stop Boys. Please show me their photo first. There are two gentlemen in the photo, Mr. Nikwe and Kojo Safo. Bus Stop Boys, they're on to something very special, and they're doing a great job. Amazing. It started like a small hunch, now it's becoming a big creature, a big monster, I should mention. Now, these two gentlemen are on to something. DVLA boss brought new number plates and is trying to streamline stuff. He's collaborating now with Bus Stop Boys to say, look, we see what you are doing. In fact, find me the release. It says, we see what you are doing. We want to help you to formalize it. So it's the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, as part of its corporate social responsibility, has committed to registering the cars and motorcycles of Bus Stop Boys that are used in their operations free of charge. The authority has also committed to training members of the volunteering group in the use of the equipment in order to enhance road safety. Two things: they will register their vehicles for free, and they will train them also for free. Bus Stop Boys is a volunteer group with the objective of ensuring a clean environment and environmentally friendly practice. The group, since its inception, has engaged in community cleanups as well as educating the public against indiscriminate littering of the environment. The authority believes that perhaps partnerships of this nature are important in building a sustainable and clean environment that is responsive to the needs of the citizens. This is dated the 25th of August, 2025. Now, tomorrow, we are all going to be at Akwatia. There's going to be a by-election in Akwatia. The police service is very clear in their minds what they want to be done in Akwatia. I'm sure the political parties also know what they want to be done in Akwatia. The campaigns have been waged, but the elections will be fought, won and lost, depending on where you are. For Akwatia. But something broke my heart again over the weekend. I heard the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana speaking. Listen to him.
June 11th, na court to say ampa only the rightfully elected member of parliament for Akwatia. SAS 26 days per and free. 26 days. Into Odiana Odiani lawyer, Odiani making a court. So lawyer don't say now also open ama NDC for. Let me say thank you for Akwatia for Mama Fasa Akuniano and Sa lawyer. Young from Solomon. Aseidu Nketia, Ernest Kumi, Ama Akutiano, Aseidu Nketia.
Mr. Former Vice President, good morning to you, sir. I bowed down my head in shock when I heard you speak this way. You see, politics is a contest of ideas, as I was taught in school. And Harold Lasso will say politics is who gets what, when, and how. It doesn't say why. It doesn't say how. So this is an emotional campaign. In political science, we call it propaganda. This is a technique of propaganda. Dr. Jisa, good morning to you. It's a technique of propaganda. That Ernest Kumi, my good friend, was taken to court, and because of that, his pressure rose and he died. Which autopsy report are you reading from, sir? No, I want to ask you, Mr. Vice, please. Which autopsy report are you reading from, sir? Did the doctors tell you this, or you are assuming? The word on the street is that when you were in the witness box, you and I were not there, talking about what had happened in the 2012 elections. And for almost a full year, the new government had no hand to operate. Investors were shying away from the Republic of Ghana. I'm sure the president at the time, John Dramani Mahama, should have had high BP and died. Mr. Jachi Kwesi, in the word on the street, looking at his age and some issues that he may have medically, he was literally dragged. Do you remember that the president at the time, who you were number two to, went all the way to Aseidu to tell them that Nipa or Babeko jail, no, this jail candidate, would you vote for this Nipa or Babeko jail, this jail candidate, would you vote for him? While the matter was in court, this is a senior lawyer, Tawa. If you read the Ghana law reports, you go to every law school, his cases are being taught. It was prejudicial in this country. He was president. He knows the law. You were number two for him. That should have given Jachi Kwesi BP and in fact stroke and heart attack at once for him to have died. Did he die? Look, his election was even dissolved to the point where he was prohibited from entering parliament. That should have given him BP. My good friend Ernest was in parliament, even though there was supposed to be an injunction. He swore the oath in parliament, sat in parliament, and was ready to bear the consequences. That's why I'm asking you, which autopsy report are you reading from? Mr. Former Vice President, let's raise the debate. You see, the people of Ghana, they have gone past this deal. Thanks to Johnny's Bite, we have gone past this emotional blackmail. No, we have gone past it. Where somebody's husband dies, say, let's put the wife there. Or somebody's wife dies, say, let's put the husband there. We have gone past it a long time ago. The people of the Republic of Ghana deserve better. The people of the Republic of Ghana, they deserve better. Wage a better campaign. This campaign is weak, is dead on arrival. That because he was taken to court, Do you know how many people have gone to fight their elections in court? Afo Tofi, in the what's the constituency? To the end of the country towards Côte d'Ivoire. I can mention so many other people who fought their cases in court while their colleagues were in parliament. They were waiting for their turn. Should have given them BP. They should have died too. So which autopsy report are you reading from, Mr. Former Vice President? It's a simple question I'm asking. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just asking you and giving you examples to weigh against. It is this kind of same emotional thing that was what might have inspired the people to block General Aseidu Nketia from entering the funeral grounds, because clearly you could see the woman was doing pure incrassism. I'm not saying you are doing, but I'm saying that when you rise to speak, people expect a certain level of. I don't think that you should be coming down to this level, Mr. Former Vice President. Desperation should not be the no. The kind of respect that Ghanaians have for you as former Vice President of the Republic, and some people want you to be leader of the NPP going into the 2028 elections as flag bearer. These are not the kind of utterances that you want to be making. Because if you don't take care, it will come back to bite you. I have stood here and consistently said to you that most of the people around you are not looking for your best interest. They are looking for what they can get from you. I'm telling you. Most of the people around you who give you such advice to go and make such public utterances and public speeches, they are not around you because they want the best for you. They are around you because what they can get from you. Sit down quietly and look at them. They are fair weather friends. When it's good, they will fly with you. When things start going south, they will move away. When you lost the elections in 2024, all the people who were behind you, who were charging that, hey, you see that they have joined other camps. I said, most of the people around you, even now, I told you this before the 2024 elections. You didn't listen. Post the 2024 elections, I'm telling you again, prune your team. There are only a few of them who can tell you what the truth is. Whoever advised you to come and say this at Nketia before the chiefs, he didn't try for you. And you also did not try for yourself. Let's raise the debate. Let us raise the debate. And 6, we'll go to Amasaman. That's our last thing. There's a bushy thing there. We'll go to that one. That's our last thing. But there's something that a friend of mine drew my attention to over the weekend while we look for that video. And we're wrapping up with that. He said that, have I noticed that each time somebody is elected, whether it's an assemblyman or an MMDC or MC or whatever it is, MP, minister, or anybody who is elevated, they are giving special dispensation. And he says that even in us, it starts from our schools. So he drew my mind back to secondary school days. That when somebody is made a prefect, he's given a cubicle. Within the dormitory, he's given a cubicle. And then he even has servants, people who will come and serve him. Fetch water for him, do this for him, do that for him. An example will be the dining hall prefect, for example. The dining hall prefect can hoard all the food and nobody will talk about it. He can hoard food and take it to his cubicle and share with his friends. They have the best of everything. That's where corruption begins. Today, children in primary school and junior high schools are sharing toffees and pencils to people to elect them to become school prefects, compound prefects, whatever. In my days, it wasn't like that. It was about the fact that you knew the work and you could do the work and the people loved you. There was one instance when my father said, "Oh, yeah, class prefect, no, you will not be class prefect again." That was in class 5 because I'd been class prefect from class 1 to class 4. In class 5, he said, on the election day, you won't go to school. We were home when they came and they said I had won the elections, even though I was not present. It is because people believed in the competence that you have. May JB rest in peace. This has been the 10 years since he died. 10 years, no father, but we survived. Now, 6, just find me the video. This is the Amasaman Municipal Assembly. The Amasaman Municipal Assembly. I'm saying good morning to them. Now, this is behind the offices of the Youth Employment Agency. Malik Basintale, good morning to you. The NCC, Miss Adi, good morning to you. NADMO and some other offices, good morning to you. Amasaman, yes. Now, this will also be the frontage of the Ghana Enterprises Agency, which used to be NBSSI, now GEA, the Business Advisory Center. This is also the frontage of the National Ambulance Service, the National Health Insurance Authority. Dr. Bampo, good morning to you. As a matter of fact, the Department of Parks and Gardens is in the same compound with what I'm showing you, this rubbish. You see all the offices I mentioned. The Parks of Gardens leaves this place the way it is now, and they go outside to go and beautify other places. Then we went to the washroom. Water does not flow. So NCC will teach us that you have your civic responsibilities, that when you enter some place and you go and use the loo, you have to flush and wash your hands with soap and under running water, They teach our children. The office where their people operate from does not have water flowing and the place is dirty. Civic responsibility. National Disaster Management Organization say when the trees are overgrown, when wind overgrows, you have to weed it, Amasaman, they are sitting there. Then you have Youth Employment agency, Malik Basintali and his people, they will say, we are training youth in community police, youth in community this, community that. Yeah, we are weeding here, we are protecting the environment, blue water guard, blah, 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 all of those ones. Look at your frontage. Then you have Ghana Enterprises Agency, GEA. Saying you have to keep your environment clean, you have to set up the business well, it has to be looking very well so you can attract a lot more businesses. The Business Advisory Center is located in this Potomi. And then you have the National Ambulance Service, health related. They are also in this Potomi. National Health Insurance Authority, that tells us you have to live right, you have to live well, regenerative health. You have to live in a clean environment so you don't get ill, so that the resources we put together will be able to take care of you see all the offices I mentioned, they are in this Potomi, this mess. A thing poto, Amasaman. And they go to work. This morning, they will wear makeup, iron their dresses, wear sophisticated wig and cruncher, wear belt, expensive belt, and perfumes, and walk through this dirt. They will walk through this dirt straight to their office. I said they will walk through this dirt straight to their office. NCC, GEA, YEA, all of them, they will walk through this Potomi. A thin way, they will walk through it. All of them. Nobody wants to use their 10 fingers to help to solve this. And I'm saying that parks and gardens, they leave this dirt and they go out there to go and beautify other places. Water does not flow. It is part of conditions of service. Have they spoken about it? This is what we are talking about. It's not about talking about... You see, when we spoke about video, we have showed you the video. Some people talk about video. They say we have video. They can't show the video. They say we have videos. We'll show you the video when we close right now. They don't have any video anywhere. They don't have videos anywhere. And one person narrates this, another person comes to corroborate it, another person comes to say it is a lie. Oh, Charlie. So within the public space, you have people who are supposed to be taking care of it. It's the same way they can kill you and lie to your relatives that you were not this, you were not that. This is Amasaman. This is Amasaman. I'm sure we can do better. Here ends my sermon. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. That's 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Yes.